Snap at me on my last day. I'll make your weekend project last for weeks. I, 24M, worked in the flooring department for 6 years at a large Midwest hardware store where you save big money, IY cake. Part of my job was to cut carpet for customers. It would come in 12 wide by however long they wanted, 12 by 3, 12 by 8, etc. This is important. After 6 years of working for this company in the flooring department, I had seen well over a dozen managers come through the department and a fair share of part-time workers. In April of this year, I finally landed a position at a new company that allowed me to use my graphic design degree, so I put in my 2 weeks. I had finally reached the last day of my job, and I was counting down the minutes when a man walks past me and snaps his fingers at me and says, "Carpet, now," and walks over to the carpet machine. Now this guy, let's call him Jared, is a known a-hole to myself and coworkers and a landlord for many of the apartments in the area. I was secretly praying he would come in so I could finally have my customer service revenge moment, and my prayers were answered because he wanted new carpet for his entire apartment complex. Now, any other day I would have hated helping with this because him being the scumlord that he is chooses the cheapest carpet we sell and then proceeds to buy 10 to 20 cuts of that carpet. But today was different because I had a dream and I was going to do everything I can to make my dream come true. So Jared waits impatiently for me to bring the cheap carpet around, all while talking down to me about how much money he makes as a scumlord and how he's evicted a few families because he didn't like their kids, all just fuel for my revenge. Finally, he finds a huge roll of cheap carpet and he wants a little over a dozen cuts of carpet, all of them ranging between 12 by 9 to 12 by 13. I tell him to go wait by the registers and I'll have it up there as soon as I can. And I truly did cut it as fast as I could, but I rolled them loosely so they were all roughly the same size diameter. I then proceeded to roll the cart full of carpet up to the front for him and even loaded it into his trailer. No tip, of course. But what was going to be his weekend project with his buddies is actually going to take a few weeks because I didn't label any of the rolls of carpet, so he has no way of telling how long each roll of carpet is. He has a trailer full of 12 rolls of carpet that he now has to unroll in order to know what room it needs to go to. And if you've never wrangled carpet before, it's not easy to bring a loosely rolled piece of carpet up a flight of stairs, let alone a dozen of them. Eat it. Wow, thanks for all the interactions, guys. This is my first story post I've done. I know it would have been nice to cut his carpet short, but then he'd come back and make a stink to my coworkers/general managers that I cared about. I did what I believed to be the definition of petty.